Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you here as we're sitting here watching UFC 193. Yesterday, during all of the Australian press that UFC was doing, Dana White hosted a UFC Q&A, where basically he was asked by a fan, is CM Punk ever going to fight for UFC, and when will he debut? It seems like it's been almost a year. I remember that I was out looking at Christmas lights. I think it must have been the weekend after Thanksgiving. And during that UFC show, CM Punk shocked the world. There was a lot of people thinking that he was going to join UFC maybe as an announcer. And little did we know that CM Punk said that he had signed a contract to fight for UFC. And that's what he was planning to do, is that he was going to be training and getting into the UFC Octagon as soon as possible. There's been some sort of setbacks with CM Punk. He has a shoulder injury right now, and he has to sit back and sort of take some time. But Dana White assured everyone that he is going to fight. He said that it's going to be before next summer. It'll probably be before the summer. And he just had to calm everybody down, basically saying, listen, he hasn't had any fights yet. Let him take his time. Let him get ready to fight. And then once he gets ready to fight, we're going to see what he really has. I know that a lot of people have been pointing at maybe UFC trying to get him as a part of the big UFC 200 show that should be loaded and stocked from top to bottom with basically the best fights at that time period possible. People have even been saying that Ronda Rousey, after tonight's fight against Holly Holm, is going to be sitting on the sideline, going off, making some movies and doing some things, and being one of the headliners to really stock UFC 200 as being one of the big fights. And then also you have the Conor McGregor. He fights next month. And maybe they have the rematch. If McGregor beats Aldo, maybe it's Aldo versus McGregor at UFC 200, and they make it into some big, huge super card in order to, break any record that UFC has ever done. CM Punk, it's going to take him time to get ready. Like I said, sometime around last month, he came down with the shoulder injury, and he's going to be having to take some time off in order to get that back. But once CM Punk debuts, he's going to be one of the most talked about people in UFC due to his, wrestling fans who I think UFC signed CM Punk, hoping that they're all going to cross over and, become, UFC fans that support him in his future endeavors, as WWE likes to say. So we'll see how this plays out. But as of UFC 193, even Dana White is saying that more than likely CM Punk's debut is going to have to sit and wait until next summer. So it fuels the rumor of UFC 200 being the spot where CM Punk will make his UFC debut.